from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Props Locks and Parlays. I am your host, Mike Lauro. This is the final one for this season. Paul, unfortunately, could not make it today, so it will just be myself. I want to thank Paul for all his contributions to this show this year as well. He will be back next year as Paul will be doing one on his network later on in the week. Name and title of show will yet to be determined, but we will be doing kind of a back and forth thing where Paul will come over here, do props, and then I will be going over to his network on Out of the Box and doing one later in the week starting next year. Like I said, unfortunately, Paul couldn't be here tonight, but he does send his regards as well to everybody. Guys, this is going to be a fun one, man. Super Bowl Sunday, Super Bowl 60. And boy, have I lined up some really, really good props for this game coming in. And first and foremost, as we lead into the last one, I do believe Paul is taking New England in this game, getting the 4.5. I am in agreement with him. I'm taking the Patriots as well. I think the Patriots get the job done, and they ascend to the top of the mountain with their 7th Super Bowl. So, with that being said, now that I've gotten that out of the way, we're going to get into some of these props that we have that are going on tonight, or I should say for Sunday. I wrote down a couple of them that were really kind of opening, what's the word I'm looking for here? Ones that were kind of like a shoo-in before. Now, not so much. One I'm going to talk about is the opening kickoff being a touchback or being fair caught in the end zone, resulting in a touchback. Used to be, yes, if you did it, it was a guaranteed win. This year, believe it or not, if you were to pick no on the opening kickoff being a touchback or a fair caught, it's at a minus 250. So that means for you to make $100, you would have to bet $250 just to make $100. But if you think it will be, it's at a plus 190 this year. So if you think the opening kickoff goes out of the back of the end zone or whatever, it will be a plus 190. So if you bet $100, you get $90 back. So, I've really kind of stumbled across some really good ones that we're really going to get into later on. We're only going to go about a half hour tonight, guys. Again, thank you very much for season 1, for all the people who have watched, commented. We're trying to get bigger and better with this show. It's mainly football based for sports betting, not so much all the other sports. I'm pretty sure, to be honest with you, I couldn't tell you how to bet hockey. I couldn't tell you how to bet basketball, other than kind of doing prop bets on the side, like player props. But as far as like trying to bet, NBA is very difficult to me. NHL is probably the hardest for me. I can try and pick money line games, but as far as what the point spread and the over and unders and that, it's just been really, really difficult with that. So let's get some advertisements out of the way. Tonight, following me at 9 o'clock, it'll be the one and only Matty B. That's right. He will have the final word. Hopefully, Matty's feeling a little bit better, as Al hijacked the network last night for Matty B. So Matty B will be back tonight. And also, I think Matty's doing double duty tonight. So it's maybe good that he got some rest, because Flyers and Caps are underway right now from the Xfinity Mobile Arena right now. And Matty will have you. Also, with that, I will have you on Thursday. This is our show, or our for the week. As you take a look, he didn't put us in there because he actually forgot we were running. So, but yeah, as you see tomorrow, Pittsburgh Sports tonight, Pittsburgh Sports Desk, 7 and 8. Thursday, you have Gridiron Weekly. I was just on with those guys a week ago with Ed and JR, and it was a really, really good show. Final word with Matty B, and then I will have you for Flyers and Sens post game after that. Philly Friday Frenzy with Big Al. Saturday is the best of It's a Wrap Sports. You will have us all as we go along the week. And then, of course, me and Al get you ready for Super Bowl Sunday. And Matty B should come on roughly around the third quarter. So you guys we'll have you all covered, getting you all ready. Al said he will be dropping his predictions going forward with this. But like I said, guys, I really saw something, not so much in the line. I mean, the line to me, honestly, has been really, really kind of crazy for this game. This line hasn't really moved. It started at 4.5, and it's pretty much has stayed there. So I mean, for me, it's still at 4.5, and I'm going to take those. I'm going to take the Patriots and the 4.5. I like Seattle, but Sam Darnold is going to Sam Darnold, and I know they got real lucky in beating the Rams, and I'm going to say they got lucky in beating the Rams in that NFC title game. But I think not having Zach Charbonnet is going to hurt them. Where, on the other hand, New England does have that two-headed monster and can run the ball. They also have a very good tight ends in Hunter Henry and the forgotten. I'm trying to remember his name. The other one, their other tight ends was really good for a point in time too. But they have both of those. They have two good, really tight ends. I think New England's, I think their wide receiver core is a little underrated, especially with Booty and Stephon Diggs. Mac Hollins, I think, is making his return back tonight, or making his return back on Sunday as well. But anyway, we're going to kick it off. These are some of the props that I have seen so far with this. We're going to start with the tight end one. There is a tight end one on Bet365. It pays 25-1. So for every buck you put in, you can win 25-1. And I think it's attainable if you really look at it. I mean, this one here has very good value. You could probably stick, if you want to be bold and stick $100 on this, you might crack $2,500. Like, you possibly could. It's Hunter Henry getting a touchdown, AJ Barner getting a touchdown, and both of them having more than 30 yards receiving. Like, I could see that happening. Like, that's a very doable one. That is at 25-1 odds. So just think about that. That might be something that where, I might throw $100 on that just to see if I can hit for 2,500. I mean, you're asking for 2 touchdowns and both of those guys to get over 30 yards. I think that can happen. Another one that I like, I don't know if you guys are the correct score guys, but there was 2 on there that I thought were very good for the money and that could possibly happen. New England, if you pick the correct score, New England, 31-24. It pays 300-1. That's right, 300-1. If you're rooting for Seattle, same exact score. Well, not same exact, but 31-25 Seattle. You pick that score, it's 1,000-1. It's 1,000 to 1 on that. Um, Needless to say, the way some of these scores have been, they're not always 7, 1, and 4 or 7, 1, 4, and 3. Sometimes there's a 5 in there. Okay, there's a 9 in there. So, just something if you guys want to play around with, take $5 and put it on each. If you put $5 on New England and it hits 31-24, you're getting $1,500. If you put $5 on Seattle at 31-25, you're getting $5,000 off of a $5 bet. So, I mean, you would definitely have to, go and take a look at that and just see. But again, my 3 that I've talked to so far is the New England one. Again, 300 to 1 for a 31-24 win for New England. Seattle, a 31-25 win pays 1,000 to 1 on your correct scores. As far as opening kickoff goes, again, opening kickoff, if you pick not for it, that you don't think it's going to be a touchback, it's minus 250, which means you have to bet 250 to make 100. If you do think it's going to be a kick, if you do think it's going to be a touchback or fair caught, and it's either a touchback or fair caught. So they don't have to be in the end zone. They can just wave their arm and fair catch it. If they fair catch it, or it's a touchback, it's a plus 190, which means if you bet 100, you get 190 back if you win. So again, that's really not too bad. Opening kickoff, if it is returned for a touchdown on Bet365, it is at a plus 6,600, which is 66 to 1. There you go. You want to take a couple hours and throw it onto that? You could. Joe Hale checking in. What's up, Joe? Joe is like our resident chatter on here. Joe will check in. You'll probably see Joe later, probably on Matty B's show. As we get ready for Matty B, he will be following me at the top of the hour. So make sure you guys stay locked in for that as well. Joe, thank you for tuning in, buddy. Joe, I want to ask you, buddy, what are you looking forward to? If you had a chance to lay a bet on there with some of these odds, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I want to talk to you guys about some of these odds that they have. I'm going to bring this one up here. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. Sorry, guys. I'm like working on 10,000 things tonight. I was actually doing my mock draft as well. I'm going to give you a touchdown. I'm going to give you guys a touchdown score, which I feel like I think you pay pretty good dividends. For the Ernest Johnson and Jack Westover for the Seattle Seahawks right now I'm sorry, not Seattle Seahawks. They are for New England. Those two guys for New England are 40 to 1 odds to score a touchdown, which means if you pick them to score a touchdown, $1 pays you $40. Now, here's one that I think you might want to kind of keep in the back of your hat. And I'm always saying this because he's also at 40 to 1, but I'm wondering if he's going to be able to get on the field. And that's Cam Akers. Cam Akers is on this Seattle team. And I'm just wondering if he's going to be able to even smell the field in this game. So, I think George Halani, he had a touchdown a couple weeks back. Demario Douglas, he's another one, man. Between Douglas and Booty, one of them two I believe are going to catch a touchdown. I really do. I think between the two of them, one of them is going to catch a touchdown in this game. Joe Hale says, I would say over on the passing yards for Seattle Seahawks. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Passing yards. Well, we can go completions. It'll go completions and then yards. Passing yards. There we go. All right. Right now, with this, you're looking at, if you want to do Sam Darnold, if you say he throws for 300 yards passing, that's a plus $5. So for every one, you would get 5. If he goes over 3, let's just say he goes 350. 350 is the highest they have it going to right now, and at 350 he would get a plus $13. So for every buck it would be, but he would have to throw for 350 yards. He's been averaging the last 5 games. He's averaging close around 250 yards. That would be a plus 145 for you guys. So again, passing TDs. Darnold had 3 his last game. May didn't have any. But this is going to be a controlled atmosphere. It's a neutral site. It's supposed to be really nice there. So with that being said, I'm looking at it to have. I can think both of them will probably throw for 2. I actually have Drake May throwing for 3 in this game. I think Drake May will throw for 3 in this game. Like I said, I'm going to give you my. I have a parlay that I'm going to be playing. I kind of like this one. I have the quarterbacks starting off. I have Drake May throwing for 3 touchdowns in this game. I have Sam Darnold throwing for 2 touchdowns to be scored. Anytime touchdowns in this game are Booty, Stevenson, and Hunter Henry for New England. I have JSN and Kenneth Walker scoring for that. If all that combined pays out 225 to 1. So for every dollar you put down, you would win $225. That's kind of my biggie that I'm going to be looking at to do, because I've already talked over the other one that I have. They also have a 3. This is a 3 touchdown parlay. Okay, meaning each one of these guys, anytime touchdown. Mac Hollins, Booty, and JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba, paying out 50 to 1. And I think the reason why that's 50 to 1 is Mac Hollins. But if you're really looking at it, I think Hollins could. I think they could score this. And if you just heard, I have JSN and also Booty in there. So I think that they are going to score. But I took a Ramon Stevenson rushing touchdown too. And New England can beat you so many different ways, especially that Austin Hooper was the guy I was thinking of too. Austin Hooper was a kind of a crazy, touchdown machine for a while in the NFL, at various stops along the way. He says, what's the anytime touchdown for Cooper Kupp? That's a really good idea. I believe. I think Kupp's not that bad, if I remember right. Yeah, Cooper Kupp anytime touchdown is plus 275, which isn't bad. It's not. Now, if you want to say Cooper Kupp's going to get the first touchdown, Cooper Kupp first touchdown is 16. Was it $16? Where's he at? Cooper Kupp, right here. $16. 16 to 1 odds. Now, if you want to do first touchdown, that to me is very hard to try to put money on, because you don't know who's going to score first. But just for S's and giggles, if you want to take a look, Cam Akers is 100 to 1 to score the first touchdown. And obviously he's going to play because they have him listed. But Mac Hollins, this is him and Booty Mac Hollins is 22 to 1 odds to score the first touchdown, and Booty is 20 to 1 odds. So I mean they're pretty good odds right there, I think, to score first touchdown. I just like the way what I'm seeing so far with this. But again, guys, I'm going to run over these. I'm going to go over these real quick with you. Coin toss is 50-50. It's still 105 each, minus 105 each for that. So make sure you guys, and do it responsibly. Like take $25 and have fun with this. That's what I'm doing this weekend, guys. I'm going to take $25, kind of break it down in between all these bets that I was looking at. Now, I know some of them have like those pre like kind of like boosted odds or whatever. Super Bowl MVP. The only one that I see right now for Super Bowl MVP that they have like put on there for Super Bowl MVP is Jackson Smith and Jigba. If you're looking at it, if you're looking at the he went from plus 55 to $6, and that's why I'm like, eh. But he's the only one that I see. Like I don't know if they have any. Okay, Super Bowls. Let's see. Party 8 TDs in the game. It's a if it's 8 TDs in the game, if you hit yes, it's plus 500. A fake punt attempt is plus 1,200. We are a good team, never to trail. Plus 175. Any player with 12 plus tackles, plus 175. Any quarter to end scoreless and game totals under 29.5. Yes is a yes is 11 to 1 odds. Both QBs to be sacked on a 4th down. If you hit yes for that, that's 100 to 1. New baby Drake May to win the Super Bowl MVP. If he wins the MVP, they have him at a plus 230. Either QB, 0 INT, 0 sacks, and wins the Super Bowl MVP. Yes, if you pick that. If either quarterback, no INTs or sacks to win Super Bowl MVP, plus 2,800. Longest run, 50 yards. Yes, that's only 650. And it says, unforgettable dance. Patriots win 28-24. If you pick that, that's 350 to 1. So these are some of your Super Bowl, that's pop culture specials. If you look onto that Super Bowl record, any player with 15 receptions, which would be a Super Bowl record. If you typed in yes for that, it would be 50 to 1. Any player to record 205 yards rushing, that would be 100 to 1. Any player to record 216 receiving yards, 35 to 1. Any player to record 3.5 sacks is 40 to 1. 44 completions. Yeah, any player to record 44 plus pass completions would be 100 to 1. 506 yards would any player, any QB, as I'm reading this off, any QB to, where'd it go? Yeah, any QB to record 506 passing yards, which is quarterback, it would be 200 to 1. 300 to 1 for 63 pass attempts, 7 touchdowns. Any QB for 7 touchdowns would be 250 to 1. Any player to record a 76-yard plus rushing touchdown would win 50. It's 50 to 1. Any player to successfully 58-plus yard field goal is 6 to 1. That's something you would think would never be broken. Any player with an 86-yard plus touchdown is 66 to 1. Any one player to score 4 touchdowns in a Super Bowl is 50 to 1. And game totals to be under 16 points. That's right. If it is under 16 points, it is a total of 66 to 1. So there's some good ones in here, and there's some that are attainable. I don't know about 15, but a player to get 3.5 sacks in a game with the way these defenses play. Yeah, 40 to 1 looks kind of odd. I don't think anybody's going to throw for 506 in this game. 63 pass attempts, 300 to 1. I think they run the ball a little too much with this. Any player to record a 76-yard rushing touchdown. With the way these backs are in this game between Walker, Stevenson, and Henderson, all of them can break it long and go for a long run. So that wouldn't be worth throwing a couple dollars on. That's at 50 to 1 if you hit yes. Any player to be successful hitting a 58-plus yard field goal, I would definitely throw something on that. and an 86-yard touchdown. And any player to score 4+ touchdowns in the game, also 50-1. Throw a buck or two on that and see what happens. But they have some really, really good specials here. Coin toss Super Bowl, like I said. It's plus 100 for either. I thought it was minus 100. I'm sorry. 60-yard field goal to be scored. Yes, it's 12-1. 75+ yards receiving touchdown to be scored in the Super Bowl. 22-1. That's not that high considering what we just saw with 76 is a lot more than that. Andres Barragas to miss a field goal in the Super Bowl. Yes, plus 182. Any kickoff opening, any kickoff return for a touchdown, 14-1. Any miss kick to hit or post or crossbar, plus $5 to win that one. Any non-QB throwing a passing touchdown, 10-1. Any offensive lineman scoring a touchdown, 16-1. Any player to record 100 total receiving yards in the Super Bowl, plus 110. Any player to record 100+ total rushing yards, 190. Any player to record a sack and an interception, win. And the player has to win. Yes is 10-1. No is minus 2,800. Any player to record a pass, rush, and receiving touchdown. In the Super Bowl, 500-1 on this one. Any player to record a pass, a rush, and a receiving TD. That means you would have to throw one, catch one, and rush one in. That means you would have to have 3 touchdowns. Holy cow. 500-1. That's good to throw $1 on. Let me see. Any punt to result in a touchback, 120. Any QB with the winning QB to have 300+ passing yards, 250 for that. Any QB to throw for 350 yards. Any QB to record a record reception. Yes, 10-1. All right. It goes all the way down. It says color of the Gatorade poured on the winning coach. Right now, if it's clear, the biggest one that says no Gatorade poured is plus $25. Come on now. You already know that. It's got a bunch of them in here, man. I'm not going to list all of them. Just make sure you get over to 360 and check it out, guys, as you can do that as well. Again, guys, coming up next, Matty B. He will be taking you roughly in about a half hour. I'm about to get off of here, but 9 o'clock, Matty will be joining you. He will also stick around. He's doing double duty tonight as he has to clear the ice as the Flyers are hosting the Capitals right now. Real quick, guys, right before I get out of here, this is my first mock draft. That's right, first mock draft. And I know you don't see you only see Logan Jones on there as the only lineman. That's kind of how my first mock kind of fell. I didn't do any trades. I actually did one just a little earlier before I came on the air. So once I get it up and put it on there for you for my second one, I will get it out on our social medias. A lot different one this time. Actually did a trade with somebody to get some extra picks in there. So it's looking quite well. I want to thank everybody who participated and came on, and Joey Sullivan for coming on the show. He did an appearance this year. Paul Spencer for being my right hand on this show. This will be wrapping up season 1 of Prop Locks and Parlays. And like I said, me and Paul, we're just getting started because I know over on Out of the Box, Paul will have a show too. More towards later in the week. We like talking this stuff. Me and Paul, like I said, we've always wanted to do a show together. We're doing this. So now that we're able to do this, he's actually going to do one on his show for later in the week. We're actually going to take notes from where they were on my show, going over onto his show. Hopefully you guys can follow back and forth again. So, but looking forward to season 2. And if I'm looking at the calendar, where's it at? All right. Looks like So it's Labor Day weekend. So I want to say Labor Day weekend is the 31st. So you're looking at the 29th. So the 25th of August. That's right, August 25th. We will be back as we get you ready for week 0 of the college football landscape. So I will definitely make sure that I got to put that in there. So as I'm doing it right now, and I'm going to make sure I put it 8 p.m. All right. So all right, it's already in there. So make sure you tune back in again on Tuesday. Tuesday, August the 25th, as we get you ready for week 0 of the college football schedule. And not too far after that will be the NFL schedule as well, as we get ready to come back and talk to you. We will be covering from that. I want to thank you guys once again, myself and for Paul Spencer. Paul did apologize. He said he couldn't be here for tonight. One quick little nugget before we leave. Paul finished with his NCAA record at 32-30-1 for the year. I finished 39-42-3 in NCAA. In the NFL, Paul finished 37-39-1. I finished 47-44-1. That's how we finished our seasons this year. So I look forward to seeing you guys back again when we revene in August. Until then, guys, enjoy your summer. I will still be here on countless other shows on here, but it's time for Props, Locks, and Parlays to take their rightful place, and as the Super Bowl and the football season wind down, they will take their place, and we will see you in August. Until then, guys, I will see you guys Thursday night on Clear the Ice. You guys have a good